Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Caveman to Cosmos with me, Papa Omega in Byzantium. So as you can see, the year is 8128 BC, turn 2577, and we are still 29 turns away from Pottery. So why did I start recording? Well, Carthage has decided that it's going to attack us, sending in wood spearmen and atlatlists against us. Now, I'm kind of confused what they really think they're gonna achieve, because their strength is not even 1/6 of ours, and they had to go all the way from here to here. Now, seriously, I don't even think it is worth our while to send our units down there to raise their city, because, I mean, that's such a long trip, and there's not that many improvements around here that would yield us any good result. I don't know if, well, I think that the camps were giving you something like 20 gold, which is so much more, and we would have to go through the barbarian lines all the way around. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with that. But before we address the issue of the units, let's just go ahead and do a little review of our territory, because you know, I've been playing for about 30 turns already. So a couple of things have changed. By the way, very good thing that we have the earthen wall here, because without it, I still think that the archers would be able to defend the city, because their strength is just higher, and with the promotions they have about strength of 10 at this point. Well, actually more, no, around 10. But with the earthen wall, they're somewhere around 12, maybe 13. So even if they threw all of their units on our city, I don't think they have a chance to win this at all. Okay, so anyway, how are we doing? Well, as you can see, Constantinople now has a population of 11, meaning there is 4,000 people living in the city. Now, you guys have discussed this on the previous episode, that one of the largest cities around year 9000 was Jericho. I'm not sure how it's pronounced in English. And that had a population of roughly 3,000. So we have already surpassed that, though, yeah, the year is now around 8,000 BC. So we'll see how it's going to go. I know that the biggest cities between 5 and 8,000 had roughly 8,000 people. So I'm not sure if we'll be able to overcome that, but considering that the growth is still continuing, we might. We had quite a lot of production in the new cities. As you can see, Nicomedia now has Earth Wall. Trebizond has it still shadowed. I should probably move that up. But we have completely eliminated the risk of the barbarians here by raising their city. So we are sort of fine. There is no rush. And we have the Dark Axis and Stone Axeman, huh? We haven't really renamed you. Oh no, okay, Dark Axis and Skull Hunters here. Plus we got the Trebizond Archers defending the city. So the city is secure. There's no point in doing anything more here. Now, we could put some units out there, but at this point we are sort of okay. And Trebizond is taking full advantage of the cow tile, where we have built, what is it? Well, it's not the pasture, because that one requires bronze working, I think. Lumberjack. Okay, we have a lumberjack there, which is not giving us the cow, but it still gives us quite a lot of income. Funnily enough, we really cannot do anything with the salt. We need salt processing, and that is frankly quite far. I would like to build quarry there, but quarry is also far away in the future, so none of the tile improvements that I can build here are worth it, and they're all very expensive. So instead we worked on the fruit picking camp, and we have 2 lumberjacks here, and that seems to be enough for now. As I mentioned, Nicomedia has a sheep pasture here. They have a stone tool workshop in the hills. They got a lumberjack here. That's actually the best building that you can get for hemp. Look at that. 210 and a 5 and a 295 here, which is just amazing for the growth of the city. Now the city itself would choose a different type, but as we are mostly trying to boost the production and then get a ton of extra food producing building in Nicomedia, I think that it's better. Ankira is working on Roper. We have Thessaloniki, Adrianople, and Nicaea at population 4, as you can see. So they're really growing pretty nicely and fast. And Antioch is now at population 3, which I believe is also growth. Okay, so that's about the cities. I'm wondering if there's anything else that I wanted to mention. We finished World Wonder in one of these cities. Yeah, here. The Hill of Tara, which is giving us 4 tourism per turn, which will eventually, I'll probably finish it like last turn when I look at that. So we're gonna get tourism here. It's just extra 10 gold for the city. I'm looking forward to that because that's gonna be a big boost. And we started building the Cleopatra's Needle in Patra, which will give us a huge amount of culture here, but more importantly, quite a lot of points towards the great person, meaning 2, or respectively 1 towards great artist. Now I don't understand what it says here, but it's 2 more in the next 2 cities with highest culture. I'm not sure if it builds the Cleopatra's Needles there as well, but we'll have to check once it's done. I think it could. I mean, Constantinople could definitely use a little boost here. And then the next one would probably be Vodena. I guess that would make sense. Okay, so what are we gonna do? Oh, wait, before we go there, research. Wait, that's not research. Here's research. I actually did a lot of reading about the technologies that we're gonna get and shadowed quite a lot of technologies. Some of you suggested that we go straight beeline for, where is it, bronze working here. But again, that would mean skipping a ton of technologies, and I actually found that most of these give us something very useful. So we're gonna finish the pottery because we want the granary. That one stores 5% more after growth. And that is something that we can definitely use. Plus it gives us new house types, which are really good, and Potter's Hut. So this is one we're finished. Then we're going to go with the caste system because I want that, after which we are going to go with mining. And the reason for that is that it gives us a ton of buildings with a huge amount of income, and I think that at least a couple of cities that we have will be able to give us some of these buildings. Like I know that we have emeralds, I know that we had amber, I'm not sure if we have amethyst somewhere, but we can check. We have gold definitely, so this is going to be very useful. And it also gives us mining camp, which is pretty good, and we can build it in a number of places where we are going to mine these things. I think that we've been using Stone Tool Workshop until now, so that's going to be a good thing. Then we're going to go with the wheel, because the wheel allows us to build... Okay, it gives us extra production from Lumberjack. That is good in its own. But where is the donkey breeder? Yeah, you cannot see it here. It enables path. Path is the second building. Right now we have trails, which allow a connection between cities. But path is the first one that actually gives you a movement boost. So that is something that we really want. And we'll try to connect all of our cities by paths and then start building trails everywhere else. After the wheel, we are going to move to, where is bread making, okay. I kind of skipped that, but the fact that it's going to give us +3 extra food is good. And it gives you additional money bonus when you have apples and bananas and lemons. And I know that we have apples and bananas on several places, so it's going to be good. After bread making, we are going to folk dancing, just because I like that. And that it gives a nice building called Dance Hall, which gives a ton of education, and we need to boost education because remember, it boosts all of the production in the city. After that, folk music, just because of the buildings. Then consciousness, where we get Ancient Way of the Shadows, which is a world wonder, and the Trance Hut. And then we move to ancestor worship because I like the shrine. That's going to be very good. And then we go with taxonomy because of the apiculture, which is another money producing heaven. Oh, it's not that great, but it gives you something. Fungi culture to boost our food growth. And then sacrifice cult, because that's the last one, and then sailing. After which we are going to set another task. I think standardization would be great because that gives you extra income, but also lowers it lowers the crime. And I believe that one. No, it does not replace the tax person. Okay, I'm kind of surprised. Chariot is good, but I don't know where that is. Maybe this one is. Does this one allow that? I need to allow the quarry. Oh yes, we need masonry then. Masonry is gonna be something that I'm really interested in because it allows quarries, and quarries is something that you need for salt. And woodworking would be probably also pretty good because of the buildings. So that's the first one that actually really hurts stone tool maker. So we'll have to see. Okay, enough speaking about technologies and enough speaking about everything else. So let's just go ahead and deal with these guys. Now, I got a bunch of units here that can converge on their location. You guys are doing what here? Number camp. Okay, I don't want you to do that because that is just wasted time. Is that anywhere something? Could you build a farm here? I think you could, but I don't think. Here's the gold that we will then use. I don't know, something useful. Need work. Okay, let's send you over there. You're gonna upgrade stuff around Vodena. Let us use you as well. No, wait. That's a regular need. So let's rename you to Sulfur Trolls. You guys are a good one. But we got a couple of these here as well. So this is Stone Axeman 10, Stone Axeman 11, Vodena Axis. Okay, let's send the Vodena Axis to help as well. Thinking about this, wouldn't you guys? Okay, you are a battalion, a field of Constantinople. I need to start merging my units because I think that it would benefit us in the long run, especially with things like these. And I don't actually think that the archers should attack. They do have a big chance to win, but I'd rather if they... there's this something to pillage? Yeah, there's a lumberjack. So if they pillage the lumberjack, I'm fine with that. And let's send the marrow drinkers here to be closer to them. Now, really, the only unit that can do any damage is the Atlatlists. There's two of them, and they're hurt. So I think we're gonna be fine here. Really, I think so. I don't think they're even gonna attack anyone. Yeah, they won't. And they didn't even destroy the lumberjack. That is just weird. Okay, let's cut them off. Borders of Ankira have expanded. But not into the sea. Well, but yeah, look at that. Does that... Oh, it's so hard to see. No, it does not. It does not connect it. Okay, it didn't grow in any meaningful way. So let's see what we're gonna do with you. Now the archers could gain some experience here, but considering we can hurt them without any problems, we're just gonna soften up and destroy the strongest units. Okay, that's one of them. Now we're gonna use the marrow drinkers to... Oh, you can't. Okay. But then now you guys get 99% that you're gonna win. Okay, that's two of their strongest units, and now they're left with two really hurt Atlatlists and one hurt wood spearman. Okay, we need you guys there, so let's continue. Oh, look at that. Israel is really doing well. They're expanding their borders here. So let's see what these guys are gonna try now. Let us see. And I really hope that after I massacre these units, I can just piece of Carthage. We're gonna put them on our destroy list, but not at the moment when they really, literally cannot do much for us. Okay, so this would be bad for the archers, but you guys can kill anyone, really. No biggie. Okay, so that's one of them, and they're left with one wood spearman and one atlatist. Okay, that's 73%, 23%. Turns out you guys are not really doing all that well. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. This would be... Is there a chance to withdraw? This is a bit of a risk. And this unit would be really good to upgrade. They would be really, really good to upgrade. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk them. If they want, they can pillage this cocoa plot, because I'm not going to interfere with that. I'm not gonna risk these units. This is one of the few units that I would consider upgrading. 51 gold from the celebrations, that is nice. It's gonna drop back down next turn, but welcome boost. Aha, they're running. Okay, well, do we have any... That's a bad idea to try to pursue them with our regular units, but I think that, yeah, you guys can stay here. And let us just do that. You guys can stay in this city, I don't have a problem with that. I think they're just gonna keep running now. But if they at any point, because they need to move southwest if they want to get away from us. This way we're just gonna hurt them. Yeah, they needed to do... Okay, that's not what they needed to do, but I don't have a problem with that. Atlatists, have your way with them. Okay, and this Atlatist is going to die 2 arrows. Okay, so would Carthage talk to us now? What do you want? Okay, she won't accept peace. That is a joke. Are there any other units that I can see that would come? There's probably going to be an attack south from here. So let us put the Atlatists here. Let us put you guys over here so that no one can sneak around us. Let us put you over here just to check on that tile. And let us increase the research to 65% because we can do that now. The economy is getting back on its feet. Not on their legs, but on its feet. Okay, I think that's enough now. I'll be back in 24 turns. Hopefully Carthage... But I mean, seriously, like, it's not worth it. Look at the distance. I might just go ahead and send some of our better hunting units to terrorize them, but... Yeah, I don't even want that city. I don't even want to raise it. I just want her to leave me the hell alone. Because that's the only thing that I'm really interested in here. At this point anyway. Later on, we might be merciless. You know, a couple of thousand of years, our ancestors are gonna say, well, you had your chance and you screwed it up. But at this point, we are not gonna do that. Hey! Plant picking camp. Okay, we get the money. Let's do that. And Atlatist gained an extra level. So nice. Nice. That's a extra nice boost for them. Cool. So thank you, and I'll see you in a few moments. And let's continue scouting on these guys. They are our primary foe, and you can see that they are keeping up with us. We are stronger than them, but they keep climbing. Remember, we are on the second highest difficulty now. Turn 2603, year 7966 BC, and we are one turn away from Pottery. What happened? What happened in the past 30 or so turns? Well, a number of things. First of all, Adrianople is now population 5, which is amazing. This city is really growing rapidly, and soon it's gonna start using the sea tiles, so I'm interested in seeing how it's gonna work. It still didn't claim these two ones, these two tiles here. I'm not sure why, but you know, generally speaking, we are not doing very well as far as the culture spread goes. I guess that might be partly due to the settings and due to the logical spread of our borders, but we shall see eventually. Second, Patra has finished the needle of... wait, where is it? No, it's this one. Cleopatra's Needle. Yeah, Cleopatra's Needle, which boosts culture by 12%, boosts great artist production points or growth, and gives extra happiness. And as I understood it was correctly, both Modena and Constantinople have that same thing now, which means that we are getting insane amounts of culture in Constantinople. If I can see total culture, are we getting 112? Yeah, we're getting 112.01 per turn. That's just amazing. That is just amazing. Both Antioch, Nicomedia, and... no, just these two. Both Antioch and Nicomedia now have Earth Wall, and we are slowly working towards that in Trebizond. I'm gonna let them finish the lumber camp. I'm not sure about the straw gatherer, quite honest. That is, yeah, we need to change these things. They just started with the lumber camp, but okay, let's make this a bit more logical. 19, let's go this way. Stone tool maker needs to be done first, because that is a big thing for us. 5 extra production, 4 extra gold, 4.4 science, so let's do that one first. And then after the lumber camp, we are gonna build, or we are going to build the earth wall. Now the truth is, both Nicomedia and Antioch have been under barbarians' attack. Same with Patra up here, but it's the Mammoth Raiders, which we are successfully killing with our pointy sticks, who are getting very close to the next level. They have 20% against melee, they're a battalion with combat 1, so their strength, because they're getting additional 50% against mounted, is just, you know, 12 or 13 against the Mammoth Riders. So they're pretty much tearing them to pieces every time they meet. Still, I would like to build the wall in Patra, but there is so many things that we need to build here. Like tablet maker. You know what? Let's put the earthen wall there, and then the town hall, because our cities are starting to grow into that situation. So we're gonna get extra production, lose a bit more gold, and gain a bit more culture. I guess that comes from the specialists, where we are having some of these citizens. Other than that, Library of Nineveh is being built in Modena. 52 turns. There's nothing else that we can build here really that would benefit us in any way. Now, Modena is not going to go after creation of the military units, so I'm not really dealing with that here. It's just a wonder-producing city. Which reminds me, what about you? Can you... because we don't have the Grand Sky Festival build, and I think that would be a pretty good thing to construct somewhere. You can get the Persian culture. I'm not sure if I want that. There's a bunch of trainers. World Wonder. Upstart rival spies. Free tactics promotion for unit. Okay, it would make sense to put this in Patra. I don't think we can gain that in Constantinople. I checked a couple of times. Yeah, Constantinople is full, pretty much. So Patra could do it. Patra could build us the Grand Sky Festival. +1 happiness in all cities on this continent. Defense against spies. Gains extra gold. Gains extra culture. Extra education and extra tourism. I mean, I don't understand why it's subtracting gold from our income. If incense, indigo, opium requires city may only exist. I don't know why there is. Maybe it won't. Maybe that is just because it's getting extra gold and it's gonna subtract it and turn it into science. I'm not sure how that works, but we can shadow it. I mean, there's no hurt in doing anything, but I think we need these slightly earlier because those are going to be a bit more important. Last but not least, I have not been able to speak to Dido. Now I have a hunter. Ho ho ho. Yeah, she's just being a total asshole. So what I actually am doing, I scheduled quite a lot of buildings in Constantinople. We're gonna build the farm for rye, and then town hall, straw gatherers, scarecrows, tablet maker, wheat, and then we are starting to train horsemen. Now the horsemen, let's schedule a bit more of them. I'm going to schedule 2 full units. They will get 3 extra promotions, so I'm gonna make them stronger. Because they should be around 7.5. No, they will be much higher because you are getting 4 and then you jump up to 6. So you are probably getting something like 8. So if we give them 3 promotions, well, 2, how would that work? That would be 1 extra strength that will give them 1.5 and then 2 extra bonuses to combat. So they should be around 10, 11 strength each. And I'm just gonna send them, unleash them and send them against Dido. We're gonna terrorize or destroy all of her stuff because she just doesn't want to quit. So we'll have to deal with her. Unfortunately, that is the case. I didn't want to do it, but she's just being a massive pain. And if she doesn't want to, get this out of the table, I am not going to force her. I mean, what was she even thinking attacking us with strength 51? What kind of stuff is that?
Hath not the potter power over the clay to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor?
Okay, so Pottery obsoletes a couple of things. The LL Cactus Hill, which is a world wonder, and then 2 types of housing. And you can see that it built a couple of mud huts in Trebizond and Nicomedia. Can build fortified cave with cash. Okay, reverse Pottery and gives us a couple of buildings. First we get the Great Bath of Mohenjo-Daro. What is that? The Great Bath. Okay, a huge tank. White staircase. Where was that? Earliest public tanks in the ancient world. The tank itself measures approximately 12 meters north-south and 7 meters wide, a maximum depth of 2.4 meters. 2 wide staircases lead down into the tank from the north and south. But where was this located? It doesn't say. Okay, I am not sure. Never mind. Then it gives us the strategic grain reserve. Oh, I like this one. That's that is a national wonder. Yep, we need this one. And we are going to build this one in Constantinople. The strategic grain reserve allows the population to store food in huge grain silos as a hedge against possible starvation during times of severe drought. So stores 20% of food after growth, which will be great for Constantinople. And it builds a free granary in every city. So every city will store 10%. We no longer need to build the storage pits. So yeah, we need this one for Constantinople. Then we get the Potter's Hut, which gives us pottery. We get the housing Hogans. Or Hogans, this would be Hogans, right? What the hell is that? Hogan is a primary traditional home of the Navajo people. Other traditional structures include the summer shelter, the underground home, and the sweat house. A hogan is usually round and cone-shaped, but they may also be square, with the door facing east to welcome the rising sun, or for good wealth and fortune, made of wood and packed mud and earth. Okay. I mean, it looks kind of cool. And then you have the mud hut. A hut is a small and crude shelter, usually used for dwelling. Its design favors local techniques and materials to allow for swift and inexpensive construction. First designed by the African tribes hundreds of thousands of years ago. Okay. And then a bunch of cultures and improvements. Fortified cave with cache. Here it must guard it to upgrade. 25% tile defense. Can be bombarded. +1 for owner in plot. Influence in plot. Interesting. I don't think we'll need that. Okay, next technology that we're gonna get is the caste system. And how come this actually lowered our income? That is a bad thing. And you cannot build the strategic grain reserve. Why? Does that require something? Where is it? Oh, it requires a granary. Okay, that makes sense. And you cannot build the granary because that one requires the potter's hut, right? Where is the granary? Yeah, it requires pottery. Okay, I think we... okay, we need to... a change of plan here. Let's do it this way. Because Dido is such a pain. I'm just gonna start with these. That's gonna be 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 turns. Then you are gonna switch to... I mean, this would be really nice, but let's focus on what's important. Then the potter's hut, and then the granary, and then the strategic grain reserve, because Constantinople really can use that food. I mean, we need... what? Does it show? Wait, I need to close this one, right? Yeah, we need 7,351 food. Currently we are retaining 5% out of that, so that would be roughly 350 food. With granary we will have 735, and with the strategic grain reserve we will have 1,500 saved, which is such an amazing difference if you think about the fact that we're getting 56 per turn. So that is dozens and dozens of turns. Okay, the rest of you are going to continue like nothing changed. We are going to shuttle some pottery houses here and there and be happy. I mean, the Great Bath is kind of nice, but nothing to write home about. Can you build... yeah, you can build the potter's hut. They are going to be nice. Unfortunately, they increased the fire danger. We're having quite a lot of fires recently. That's not great. Okay, so Constantinople is going to do this. We are going to get those horsemen ready and then send them to terrorize Dido. Now, I could, send the ambushers, which is a valid point. They would get 4 extra promotions, but their strength is much smaller. And they, well, we could have. But what I want to do with the horsemen is, one of my friends told me about a functionality which is called Auto Patrol, and they are just going to run back and forth around our border scanning for barbarians. So I think that is going to be pretty darn good to use them this way. And they're going to be, we need horsemen. That's the horsemen were the cream of the crop of every army. So, we're the strongest nation in the world. Why shouldn't we have 2 horse battalions? We can pay for it. Even if it means that we're going to go to zero science, I'm going to pay for it. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you in the next episode. I'm hoping to switch back to 3 updates per episode, but, things happen. And these updates are getting a bit more arduous. So, 2 it is for now.